Hey y'all, I've been getting a lot of emails and messages wanting me to make some different kind of breads. So this morning we're going to make some gluten-free and soy-free dinner rolls. And you can have these for Thanksgiving or just any meal. They're delicious. So let's get started. Okay, if you've watched any of my videos where I'm baking, you know I like to measure my ingredients by weight instead of by cups. But in the description, I'll have it both ways, so whatever is easiest for you. And we're going to start with adding 3 cups of flour, or 484 grams of flour, to a large bowl. And since we're going to be mixing it, I'll just rather just mess up one bowl instead of more. And then we've also got 1 teaspoon of salt. We're just going to kind of whisk that together. Now, if your flour does not have xanthan gum in it, you'll need to add some to it, and that would be, where did I write that down? It's 1 1/4 teaspoons of xanthan gum. Now what we're going to do is take a old spatula and make a hole in the middle of this flour mixture right here. And we're going to pour in 1 3/4 teaspoons of rapid or instant yeast. Then you need to make sure your milk is warm but not hot. And then we're going to pour it, and let's see, it's 1 1/4 cup of milk or milk replacement, which is 302.5 grams. And we're going to pour it right on top of the yeast. I'm going by my notes because I had to redo them this morning after I checked everything out. Okay, so we've got our milk in here, and we're going to add our softened butter. You can use, if you're going dairy-free, use butter replacement, and you could use ghee or Smart Balance or Earth Balance butter, and that's 1/4 cup. We're also going to add 4 room temperature eggs. Everything needs to be room temperature whenever you're baking. It doesn't need to be too hot because it will deactivate the yeast. We've got 1 teaspoon, and I'm using apple cider vinegar. You can use rice vinegar or whatever vinegar you choose. And then we've got 1/2 cup of honey. And let me give you a little tip. If you spray your cup down with olive oil spray or whatever kind of spray you normally use, or even just wipe the inside of it with olive oil, the honey will come out a lot better, a lot easier. See, it just slides out of there. Now, I'm going to put on my paddle attachment, and we're just going to mix this until it's combined. And we'll start off slow. I don't want to sling it everywhere. Okay, you need to scrape down the sides of the bowl because see that flour under there that didn't get mixed in. You want to scrape it down so you're sure that everything gets mixed together evenly. My dog is talking to y'all this morning. He's very vocal this morning for some reason. Okay, we've got that combined, so we're just going to clean off our paddle here. And you see the dough's very sticky. That's how it's supposed to be. That's right. So it's not messed up. Now you're going to take, I've got a 9 by 13 pan already greased for this. Let's go ahead and take the bowl off, make it easier. You need to have a scoop or something that you're going to be able to dip the dough, the biscuits into the pan, and they're going to be even. So I'm using my ice cream scoop. And like I said, I've already sprayed this pan down with olive oil spray, and I'm going to spray my scoop too. And I'm just going to spray it over this pan so any overspray will go in there. And then you dip them out and make them even. Now I've got this 9 by 13 pan, but I've also got an extra one just in case I need it. And you want to put them where they're not quite touching, but they are kind of close together. And see with that olive oil spray in there how it just comes out so easy. I like this, and you don't have to get your hands all messy for it. That was one thing right here that I missed before I learned how to make the gluten-free rolls and everything, is that Thanksgiving and Christmas, my family always has yeast rolls. And then when I was diagnosed, I was so upset because I wasn't going to be able to have them anymore. But now we can. If you're like me, you kind of feel like an outcast at family gatherings because nobody can really cook gluten-free unless they really make a effort at it, because with everything going on, cross-contamination is almost a given. And if you don't bring your own food, then you really are scared to eat, or at least I am. I am so grateful that I've got the most wonderful husband in the world who has chosen to be gluten-free and soy-free because I have to be. And that is just awesome. I don't feel left out, and I can eat everything he can eat, and it's good. The support is good. Okay, I'm going to take my scoop and put it aside for a minute and go ahead and scrape the sides of this bowl back down and get all of this dough down here so we can use it. Now when we get these in the pan, we're going to cover, and I did have to use another pan. We're going to cover these and let them sit for at least an hour to rise and let them double in size. And then we're going to bake them and eat them. Okay. I sure hope you enjoy these as much as I do. And please click on the like button and subscribe. And hit that bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload more videos. And I will be doing more side dishes and all for Thanksgiving. This afternoon I'm going to be making some gluten-free, soy-free, and keto green bean fries. And they are just delicious. So be sure to click on the subscribe and the bell so you'll be notified when I upload that. Okay, we've got this pan and the 9x13 pan full. And we're going to cover it. Like I said, let it sit for at least an hour. Okay, I'm just going to cover these with cling wrap. You can put a towel across them if you want to. And I'm not going to make sure it's tight. I'm just putting it over the top real loose. And then I'm going to just set them on my stove top while I let them rise. And then I'll be getting everything else ready for another recipe. And there we go. And then we'll be back in about an hour to see how they are and to get ready to bake them. Okay, y'all, the rolls have been rising for around an hour, and you can see they've doubled in size. So now we're going to bake them at 400 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes or until they're nice and golden brown on top. And we'll be back then. Oh my goodness, y'all, look at this, how beautiful these are. What we're going to do now is take that other 2 tablespoons of butter and just go across the top. Now they're really hot. They just came out of the oven. You can hear the pan sizzling. And that's going to soak into them. I am going to tell you this. Before I let them rise, I should have smoothed them out across the top. And what you do is you just grease up your hands or wet them really well. And shape them. And I forgot to do that. So they're kind of weird looking. But I tell you what, I bet you they still taste good. So I'm going to very carefully, because that pan is sizzling, just reach in here and grab one. I want you to see how soft it is. I mean, just look at that. And if you didn't know it was gluten-free, and you don't even have to tell anybody, just make some. If you didn't know it was gluten-free, you sure wouldn't be able to tell it. These things are so good. So try it. Tell me what you think about it. Leave me some comments in the comment section. If you have any questions, just go ahead and leave them there too. And if there's anything special that you want me to cook, let me know. I'll be glad to do anything. I gotta taste this, y'all. Oh my goodness, it's so good. These are probably the best. I'm sorry, talking with my mouth full. These are probably the best yeast rolls I have ever made. Give them a try. Please tell me what you think. I can tell you for sure this is going to be on my Thanksgiving table. And you have a blessed day. Click that like button, please, and subscribe. And be sure and click on that bell so you'll be notified when I upload more videos. and I'm going to be doing quite a bit in the next few days, so I can be sure and get all of my Thanksgiving ones in before Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for watching, and go enjoy some biscuits, and in this case, rolls. Go enjoy you some rolls. Have a blessed day.